Attention, I know this video is slightly different than my usual content, but when I went to Open League today it just kept giving me a warning that read, "Caution, you are about to spend hours repetitively meeting groups of 9 people while instantaneously developing a chronic hatred for each and every new person you meet while slowly becoming an angrier person." I just couldn't bring myself to accept it today. So I decided instead to do a quick scout of the interwebs to see what kind of nonsense was trending, and bam, 2020 Vine was front and center, and so I figured this would be the perfect topic for the first RAV review. Now, for those of you who are neither a 15-year-old girl or some old fat pedophile rubbing out a half chub at the sight of a tremendous amount of thirst traps and jailbait, TikTok is an app that started out as a music video platform to promote new songs, and it didn't have much success until what I can only assume happened was a bunch of porn stars got their hands on the app, and since when it comes to entertainment, wieners make the world go round, so the app became a huge success. They rebranded to TikTok most likely because Tit Tease was taken, and now there is no shortage of underage children humping the floor of their parents' mansion while racking up insane views and ungodly amounts of money, fueled most likely by the bald fat middle-aged men watching them and the other jealous prepubescent children wishing they themselves were the face of Jerkoffsville. It's worth noting that there are hidden gems on the app consisting of talented folks, high-effort edits, and cute as hell little puppers, but for the most part, it's really just a sus pit of underdressed girls humping floors. Okay, in an effort to be sexually inclusive. There is also no shortage of dudes on here trying their luck at softcore stripping for those view count dollar bills. For example, this dude who seemingly was speed running a good old backseat change of clothes until it becomes oddly sexual and logistically confusing, with the added complexity of him handcuffing himself, which begs the question: who shaves their entire chest but leaves only one single peninsula of pubes? I am just picturing some choreographer directing these performances. Okay, Garrett, press the inside of your arm against the cushion so it looks bigger, just like all the 4th grade boys do to impress their secret crushes. Perfect. Now simultaneously give me your best aching back into breaststroke swimming motion. Great, now you are going to adjust your glasses, snap your fingers, and hit the most unnatural looking wink you can muster. But in all honesty, this is the kind of stuff getting views, so I can make fun of this all I want while this dude is laughing his way to the bank, probably wearing his pink payday man thong in the backseat of his molestmobile. And now, after only a few minutes of TikTok viewing, I have officially cracked the code, and so I present to you Rav's guide to the most generic road to success on TikTok, aka the BBM formula. Boobs, booty, money, makeup. Now, this isn't to demean any actual creator who puts effort into their content, regardless of gender, but it's hard to ignore the countless number of attractive humans on the platform doing nothing else but lip-singing songs and making more than both your parents combined, working in some firm's accounting department for the last 30 years. And the one component of this formula that may take many people by surprise is money. Even in the absence of the other 3 components, it seems to be a pattern that a lot of the most trending videos seem to be filmed in mansions that belong to the richest 1%, and it makes sense. When I was 17, I didn't have time to cover my parents' 8,500 square foot freaking random ass hallway and post-it notes because I was too busy making minimum wage at Taco Bell, cleaning diarrhea out of a utility closet bucket because some moron customer smoked too much weed and thought it was the bathroom. But I don't even know why I am talking about the secret formula to launching your softcore stripper career on this app, considering it's probably going to be banned in the US due to some beef stroganoff pissing contest with other countries who own the app's usage data. And I just can't quite understand how analytics showing that I have a fascination with watching quasi-domesticated squirrels named Dinky break their own PRs for total number of nuts they can deep throat at one time will somehow aid any country in gaining some nuclear arms advantage or some shit, but I rest my case. To those of you who have already downloaded this app or found success using either the BBM formula or an alternative approach involving actual talent or high effort, kudos to you and enjoy your paychecks. And where there are paychecks, there are pyramid schemes, none worse than these quote-unquote organizations taking a cut and putting a bunch of TikTok floor humpers into influencer houses. So let's take a deep dive into one of the trendiest new houses, the Wave House, which huge credit to the marketing team of this phony organization. Wave, with the A in the logo being an actual wave making it look more like a C, was quite a strategic decision. Props to the shot callers over at the WCVE house. Anyways, the first video consisted of what looks like a dope mashup between real estate marketing and your 6th grade intro to video editing with iMovie 101 class, highlighting a few specific points. Namely that you can spend 18 years paying for an expensive education, climb the ladder, kiss numerous asses in your political climb to a very average salary, driving a used 2007 Kia with 170,000 miles on it, or you can fucking hump floors and enjoy the amenities shown in this incredibly well shot montage. But the way they introduce the members of this pyramid scheme is just nothing short of hilarity. Of course they have a freaking helicopter land on their driveway because why value money when each thrust against daddy's antique hickory floor puts a fat paycheck into your pocket, as we see what I am assuming the orchestrator of Cringe gets out accompanied by what seems to be the cast of some horror movie about a prom gone wrong in a time when suits were supposedly best paired with white tennis shoes. And then each subsequent video consists of one member unmasking the barbed wire head bags that they found at the nearest spirit store for shitters. Now I am going to roll some of these videos, but for copyright concerns, I couldn't use the original music they picked, so I had to improvise with something similarly badass. I hope you don't mind. The first chick is just chilling in a bubble bath, and I'm guessing they wanted to fill it with something edgy, but the only thing they had was all the gallons of milk that mommy and daddy dropped off to make sure they got their calcium so they could grow up and have big strong bones. Pan to girl in bedazzled dress looking extremely comfortable in that tit piss covered flower bed. Drumroll please as she takes off the bag. Slight pause to get that shit out of her hair. Not worth another take, we only have so much milk in the fridge, and bam, it's chick I don't know number 1. Let's go next. Classy touch, burning a navy blue candle to honor the grave loss of your dignity. And add some vicious dogs to the background, why don't we, as that totally symbolizes power and thus some increment of relevance here. But more importantly, look at this beautiful face of, Jimbo. That is definitely the face of someone I would want my daughter trading Pokemon cards with. Number 3 please. Off to one hell of a start, setting a good example that putting a spiked bag over your head and diving into an extremely shallow pool is a good idea, but it's fine, not like millions of impressionable floor humping children are watching. Also subtle vibe of some weird waterboarding fetish shit coming off of this scene, but I am sure the WCVA PR team will soon understand the implications of cancel culture. 4 consists of another very intentional display of wasting money to illustrate the raw girth of these children's wallets, so yeah, relatable sentiment to all us Taco Bell utility closet bucket shit stain cleaners out there who only need to work for 600 more months at our current rate to buy one of those paintings. Who gives a shit what this one looks like? Then you queue up the next video, and here is where you really start to see the superb acting skills of these head bagged butt munching cringe lords. Oh, director reveal kids. Okay, quiet down, let's see what Draco Malfoy is saying here.
And it looks like you guys are a little bit confused.
Bro, I was confused before, but this whole tiptoe walk into a pool super awkward transition into your best doggy paddle just has me standing on my chair wondering in what alternative dimension this kind of content earns this much money. Jesus guys, where is Katie's mom? She forgot how to wear her Vera Wang shoes properly again. Alright, 2 more everyone. I know this is painful, but we are committed. I love the warning here on the bottom, as if people need to be told that 16-foot pythons can potentially be dangerous. Anyways, let's see the mug on this kid. Oh damn, if this whole charade were a K-pop band, number 5 would be the lady killer. Horse and chariot straight out of Cinderella, because why the hell not at this point? Those poor horses won't dare look over at the camera, they can't risk someone recognizing them and realizing they were a part of this circus of cringe. Enter number 6, and let me just say, look at that face of pure disgust as she takes off the barbed wire bag as if she hasn't seen the sun in 4 days when the ringleader of such nonsense put it on her. But gotta give her props, the recovery was graceful. And so there you have it, the WCVA house, representing why TikTok is quickly becoming the most cringe place on the internet. For the almost non-existent amount of creators out there trying to compete with the forces of my double B double M formula, you have my respect. For the rest of you, I guess go find a nice floor to hump, and I will see you in the next one. Rav out.